Right. So we can start with throwing out a few t-shirts. Anyone want a free t-shirt? Anybody? Okay. This is Jamie Graham. I'm Matt Stewart with iCandy through Rico Innovations. And iCandy is a new technology that connects your offline world with your digital world through the power of QR codes. It's a free desktop application.
So we've been looking at tangible user interfaces for media for a long time in the research lab that I work in. And we found that the tangible, well, for some of you who don't know what tangible user interfaces are, they're the physical connecting to the digital. And so what we found is that this is a very useful thing to have to connect to digital media. And so I created this special application for my daughter to access her media. And I'll show you that. So she's 4.5 years old. And she has a paper catalog of her media, all right? She takes a webcam that's connected to a stand. She points to the things she's interested in listening to or watching, and it appears on the TV. Very simple interface. Anybody can use it, and she loves to dance.
And the great thing about iCandy is you can use it to connect to media, websites, all sorts of things. So Jamie's going to show us a few examples.
Right, and first off, let me tell you what's on the card. So this is kind of the machine readable and human readable. So we take advantage of the fact that there's this pretty album art on the cover, but also the QR code, a barcode, a 2D barcode that can be read by webcams or it can be read by cell phones. All right, so how about a few other things just to show you. I have the iSight camera here, so I just flash it in front of the iSight camera and it starts playing some music. Or I flash a video and I can watch Nemo. And what happens when you flash a card that your friend gave you and said, hey, check this out. This is really cool. It pops up this thing and says it's not in your collection. And so if you click on the iTunes button, then it takes you to the iTunes store where you can, maybe I don't have connectivity anymore, but it would take me to the iTunes store. I would connect, I could download it. Now this card's going to work for me, okay? So other types of cards, you can connect to anything. So URLs. Here's a document that I keep on, or that I have on SlideShare, I keep access to, so this is just a URL. All right? So desktop content or connectivity out to the web. This is SlideShare. If you have a band on MySpace, you want to promote the band, you might, you want to hand out cards, you can point them at, and give them cards, and then they go to your MySpace page.
And we have a new way that you can now even connect to iPhone apps. So if you want to promote your iPhone app, you can scan in a card related to your iPhone app. And I have
right here. So let's say you create an iPhone app, and now, oh, again, I'm sorry, I didn't connect to it. It's not connected, but it's going to take you right to the page. So imagine doing that, handing these cards out to people who have iPhones. They can scan it with, there's a whole bunch of free barcode scanners for the iPhone. Scan it, download it right on the spot.
Great way to get the word out.
Yep.
And Jim, why don't you show us how you can make it for you? It's very simple. It's just a drag and drop technology.
Right. So you hit the create cards, you have a print window. All right. And let's go back over here to inside iTunes, and just I can grab a few, just drag and drop. Okay. So you see that there's the album art and so forth. And if I were connected, I'd drag a few YouTube links or any other link in. You can print to a local printer. You can print to disk. You can print to Flickr. Okay. Lots of different layouts. I pick a layout. I'm going to print to disk just to make it a little bit easier.
Okay. You can put these on. I think I might turn myself off. You can put these on anything.
You can put these on T-shirts. As you can see, mugs, cards. We made some Jelly Belly art, and this recognizes what you put on it. There are a lot of great applications for iCandy. Obviously, getting the word out, engaging with consumers in a new way. It's a new touch point. This is different from a website, different from your traditional mobile phone. It combines the power of in-person with the power of the digital world. And a few other benefits we have as well. We have robust analytics, which James is going to show you. And we also directly tie in with Twitter. So every time you do an action on iCandy, if you're scanning something, if you're printing a new card, it can go out in your Twitter feed. Here are the analytics.
Let me quickly show you. The analytics are a big part of this. When you're handing out cards, you want to know who's scanning them. So this shows you when you've scanned, when you've printed, and then when other people have scanned or printed or accessed your cards. Okay, so that's this. So you see the scans, the prints here, and I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to go quickly here. You can also dive down on any of these cards. So if I click on one of my cards, it's going to give me the detailed activity on this particular card. when it was scanned over time, scanned by me, scanned by other people, even where it was scanned in the world. So we use the Google APIs to show that information.
Just in wrapping up, this is a great new touch point. It's measurable, it's memorable, it stands out, and we'd love to hear what you think. What our big goal is to make this application as robust and powerful as possible. So please, we invite you to check it out, try it out. It's free to use, it's free to share, and we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thank you.
So if I scan in my credit card or my ATM card, will it show me my account information?
Well, we're not doing that. We're going to join in with this Expensify. We'll talk later. We're doing a joint mashup with them after the meeting.
It directs to websites or specific locations on the web. So theoretically, you could have it direct to like a Chase account, a Chase login page, but you still have to log in.
In the back.
What are you looking for here?
I heard that question earlier.
Yes, I like asking that because we don't seem to get that communicated.
So right. So we're really just trying to build some really sophisticated software right now and feel out the user community. Is this the time when these kind of tangible interfaces are ready to take off? So we're not looking for money. We're a research lab. Like I said, we've been doing this kind of research for quite a while, and now we're putting it out in a beta form and trying to get some feedback from the community and actually join the community. There's a lot of people who've been doing QR code work for a long time, and we're joining that community and trying to figure out, hey, how does this work? What's the best way to do it? Should we build an API so other people can build stuff to our applications, so forth. So that's what we're looking for. We're just trying, we want to talk to people.
The big thing is we want your feedback. We want to make this as good a product as possible. We want your ideas on things we haven't thought of, new applications. We think Rico has a lot of muscle and can really help push this through. But we want to make sure we're doing the right thing and have a good product people want to use. So that's our primary focus. Now.
So are people expected to walk around with those cards or have an album of cards like
Sure,
this?
so you can have albums of cards that you have at home, and then when you walk home, the easiest thing is, this is a webcam, okay, in a stand. And we've created a few of these, but when you come home and you have one of these catalogs, all you do is you point at it with this thing and then music starts playing, so it's fairly simple. And it either plays from your iTunes collection, or you could have it play from like a Pandora radio station you've created. So we think that this is actually a very simple way to do it. You can still do all the same things you do now with iTunes, so we don't interfere with that. We're just giving you another affordance to iTunes.
And the sky's the limit too in what you can put these on. I mean, you can put them on anything you want. If you're a band and you're at a show, you want people to buy the DVD afterwards, put it on shirts, put it on cups, put it on the ticket. You know, you can put it on anything.
And oh, sorry, go ahead. We have people who like to have a digital representation in Flickr, and then you drag and drop. And so we support the drag and drop capability because people seem to also like to have this affordance. And so if you grab and drag and drop down any image, then it's going to start playing that image for you. Okay. So digital, and on my iPhone I can do the same thing.
Right here.
So can you scan from an image of displayed on the cell phone?
Sure. Yeah. I carry a bunch of cards on my iPhone. You can come see me afterward and I'll show you. But I carry a bunch of cards here, and for two reasons. One, I can flash it in front of a webcam, or I can flash it to Matt, and he can now have an access to it, so he can take it. This is a way of transferring the code from one person to another. So if you ever want to try, you ever tried typing a URL on your cell phone, right? I just take a picture of this thing. Now I have it. Now I have that URL.
Same with digital. You want to change any digital information that's unwieldy. It's a nice, fast way to do it.
One last question.
We'll go back here. You got one already? Yeah. Expensify.
All right. How reliable are the scans using the cell phone cameras? That is, can you take it at angles, or like
yeah,
how
so they're
far
still a
do you
little
have to
touchy
be?
because the lens is pretty crappy. And there is the Clarify lens, which is really nice. Once you put that on, you have glasses for your iPhone. It works great. But one of the reasons, you can come see me later too. One of the reasons we make the codes larger and less dense. So we try and put a lot of information in there, but we try and compress it so that the code is actually fairly large. And so that these cell phones that have bad lenses, because in the US they all have bad lenses, right? So the cell phones in the US that have bad lenses can recognize these things. So it works pretty well. I can show you if you'd like.
That's it for time and questions. If you guys have any more questions, you can follow up with them.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.